Yeah. Today we are going to start with width, height, and margin padding properties. First one is width. You are able to hear me and able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Width is to specify width of the container. Container means any division tag. Div tag is treated as container in the HTML web page. Means div will not perform any actions or any look and feel. Just div is used to divide web page into number of parts, right? For that division tag, we must and should provide this width and height to occupy some area on the web page. If I want to divide a web page into 3 different parts, then I should provide some height for each div. For example, in every website we'll generally see header, body and the footer, right? Now I'm going to create mainly I'll show you mainly where width and height, margin and padding will be used. Head open and head close, body open, body close. Here I'm specifying 3 divs, right? Here I'm telling class is header and generally in real time we'll call it as content-wrapper. This is user defined name only, but as per Bootstrap norms, to understand what the div holds, this is footer. Right? Inside this, just I'm writing a text, content area. This is footer. Header, content area, footer. It's displaying directly one by one, right? Here, I'll attach our sheet. Yesterday we created one sheet, right? I'll attach that sheet and I'll declare some CSS there. Removing all of these, and first we have taken HADR header and width is 100% we needed, right? That should occupy entire browser. And content wrapper. For this also we need 100% width and specifying height. Generally for header we'll use 50 pixel to 70 pixel, or else we can use percentages. 10% for header and 85% for content area For footer, width 100% and height remaining 5%. Right, 85 plus 10, 95, and this is 5. Total 100%. What is this? Save it. We'll see now. Stop UI class style. Style.css format. We'll see. Try to add the pixels for height first. So this is applying. We have file and save them. Yeah. Now it's applying. Here you can see header for 10%, content area total 85%, footer 5%. Now we can add border, pixel, solid, black. Now we can see clearly the area occupied by the each division tag. And now here, now I need two divs inside the header. First div should hold the logo. Second div holds like some title, website title. Okay. For that, we need to create, like we need to declare two division tags inside the header, right? One is for logo div. This is for logo. This is for title. Class is logo and class title. Website title. And here I need one image, img src equal to something, right? We can take this user.png as logo. Now see what happens. That logo and title is coming below, and logo height and width is different. For this just inspect here and find which is the best CSS to specifying width as 15%. Okay, and height 100%. 100% means it will occupy the parent height. Right now, see, try to reduce and see how it looks. Right now, it looks some better, right? 7% and 100% height for image. Where is that image? In header inside the logo div, right? In CSS, the selector will be like dot header. Inside the header, we have logo class. Inside that, we have image, right? Directly for tag, I'm writing img. Width is 7% and the height is 100%. Right? Now it looks good. And this website title should come after this image, right? For that, the class is title, right? For this, generally we should write float left, right? Now you can see the title is coming after the image. Float left. And now I'm trying to provide header tag for this title because for some font and because it's like a heading tag, right? That's what I'm taking, h1 tag. Somewhat looks better, right? Now here the image is like touching all the borders, right? I want to fit inside that, means I need to give some space outside the image and this title. Okay, for that, here we have two cases. One is PPT, I can show you. Yeah, this one. Just think this border is a div border. This border is a div border which we provided in the browser, right? This border. And if I provide margin, the spacing come out of that border. Like I'll show. This is header div, right? If I provide margin 10 pixel, see what's happening. It's applying outside of the div, right? Margin. If I provide padding, it will apply it inside. Clear, right? Padding means it will apply the children's. Margin means the spacing applied for the specific parent. That's the main difference between margin and padding. Here in padding, we can have like in margin we have same thing like border, margin hyphen top, margin hyphen left, margin hyphen bottom, margin hyphen right. For padding also we have same these four properties, top, left, bottom and right, these four properties. In our case we don't need like right side padding, right? Here just we can specify some. If I provide directly padding, this will apply to all the cases, like it will take top as 4, left as 4, bottom as 4, right as 4. And here I need space between image and this title. Okay, for that, just for image or logo div, just provide margin hyphen right, because I need the space outside of this image. That's what I'm using margin. Where we need margin at the right side. That's what we need. Because width is 50%. It's not applying margin right.
Sir,
Yeah,
I have a question for you.
yeah,
So we can also use the padding property for the image, no?
yeah, we can use, right?
Okay.
Now if I apply padding for this image, see,
Padding, right, sir?
padding only. For this you are asking, for this scenario.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay. Thanks.
here in this case we can use margin left for title, or padding for image, or margin right for logo. These three cases we can apply for this image to provide space between title and image. And in content area, I want to divide two parts. One is menu and second one is like content area. For menu, with 100% height, 5% is enough. Right, inside that I need menu. I can have another list to specify menu item li. Inside that, an anchor tag with the h reference. Hello.
Sir, that HREF.
Oh. Oh, see, right? Because of another list is it displaying like vertically, but we need to make it horizontal. Just take li, apply these properties like width 150 pixel, float left, and list style none. Oh, declaring for only one, right? That's what it happening. And for now, where it is in content wrapper menu UL, we can apply for directly menu space UL space LI. It will apply for all of them. I think the width is more, just we can reduce. Now it will go okay. Now I want to provide background color for this. Background hash black, and want to provide some padding for look and margin right 5 pixel and color white, because inside this we need to apply color white. For href, for anchor tag it's applying because it has under gel, that's what color tag will not be applied. And text align, this is center. These properties for this li, and need to specify color for anchor tag inside this li, right? Color white. And now we don't need this underline, right? It won't looks good. That's why for this text iPhone decoration is a property. We can add like none. Now it's looks better. Now it looks better, right? For this we used these properties. First I have specified the width of the li, and the float will be left, and list style none will use it for remove that formatting for another list, ordered list. And I'm specifying by background color and the padding margin, just for look and feel, these three added. Okay. Now another scenario is like mouse events also we can use inside the CSS. Like we won't capture the events, just based on the event it'll apply some CSS. For example, when I hover this li, here I'll write directly background none. You can say background none, and when this hovers, and now if I say background none, when I hover this, background is none, right? Generally in real time we'll use like color. Now we need to change as black. When I hover, I also want to specify color, and I want to provide some border. Solid. When it hovers, then the CSS will be applied. See, border and background is becoming white, and color font is in black, right? For this we use this property. Like for every element we can specify with this colon hover. In hover state, hover means when we hover the mouse on that specific element, that particular CSS will be applied for this. Clear? Any doubts related to menu? Because it's very important.
No, sir.
Okay. Just these are the properties we are using to make this menu item. Here we can use any colors, any paddings, any number of list items based on our requirement. And now the content area, maybe it will have some paragraph, something else based on requirement. And now we need to format the footer, right? In footer generally we'll see copyright or all rights are reserved. Something, some text. This should be aligned like center to the screen. For that, just will specify. Here we have already footer, right? 5 pixel to here. Just add text align center. Right? And I think vertical align. But this won't apply for this. Just add something we can see here directly. I want to provide like margin top. It should not be margin padding. Padding top is correct, right? But 10 pixel is correct. Right. Clear about this? Any doubts? Padding, margin, floats, backgrounds, colors, hover one. Float. And need to discuss about this clear CSS, because here I declared one menu item with float right, float left. See, the problem with this is div having three divs, div 1, div 2, div 3. Three divs are coming, right, one by one. Here the div 1 is right applying after this contact us, and the footer is coming top. Here we cannot understand what happens, right? After the content area we declared this all rights are reserved like footer, and after the UL we specified this div tag, but it's aligning to this left to menu item. Here we need to use one property like clear both. Clear both is a property to clear the floating values, because for menu we used floating property for li, right? Generally in web pages, or when we are creating web pages, if we use floating for something on the top, just declare like clear both for below one, then only that will fit perfectly. For this, or else in real time we'll declare one class like dot clear both. We'll write one div to clear that class clear. Means to clear floating point, we need closing that. Okay, I provided clear for this div, then only that will work, or else it will sit beside this menu item. Regarding this clear floating, opacity generally used for like menu item. If I apply opacity, right, opacity 0 means just it will apply brightness 0 to 1, means 0 to 100. We can specify 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3. In some cases, we require this opacity to apply for button, because some cases we use like disabled buttons, disabled links, then there we need to use opacity like 0.6 to understand the user the button is disabled. Right, when we see Bootstrap, there I'll explain this exactly the disable buttons and this opacity, alpha, these properties you can understand there. And this is visibility. Visibility means if I want to hide now, none, means it won't show. Visibility gone. Hidden we can use, or else generally regularly we'll use display. Display none is a property which will hide the components or the tags on the web browser. Why this needed means generally in real time on page load I want to hide something. When I click something or button or link, I need to show that specific div or tag or something. Then there by default will declare this display none. When we click on that, we'll capture that event. In that we'll display using display block is a property to display hidden element or display none element. Display this one only, display block. And the overflow is used for example, this is the site where we can take dummy text to provide. Now you can see the content is crashing the footer also, right? Here all rights are reserved is here, but it crashing the footer also. In this situation, generally we'll do like we'll use overflow property to handle this. In div2 we have, right? Here just specify one height first, like 80%, and specify overflow none is overflow hidden, means it will hide the content if it more than 80% of height. Okay, it will hide directly. If I want to see, just start scroll. It will add scroller to that specific div tag. Hidden is it will hide overflowed content within that div. But here must and should we should declare this height property to specify what height that div should be. And here also in overflow we have two properties. If you want horizontal one, we can use overflow X. Scroll. If you need vertically, overflow Y, scroll. We can use only vertical Y here as per our requirement. This is Firebug means this one only. Inspect element, inspecting elements and applying CSS here and clear, right? Any doubts in CSS?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Clear, right? Yeah, just practice this. Just take any template from Google, like any website template. Just take website templates from Google Images. Your wish. You can take any one of these and just try to implement yourself. Let's see. Just take some plain. And these second level menu items, these will be achieved by generally some bootstrap or some frameworks, because if you want to write it will take at least like 100 lines or 50, more than 50 lines to achieve this. If we use some frameworks directly, we can get there. Any one of the template you can take, and which one is best? I think this one is best. Will you try to implement this? This is hover color, and here we have one plugin called color picker. Just type color picker for Chrome, Colorzilla. Right, it's added. Now just here you can see Colorzilla, right? This is image, image outside. Go to this and click on this. If you want this color, what is the color of this? Image, this is right. Here you can see on the top, the color is changing, right? If I want exactly this color code, just click on this, it will provide us the code. Clear, right? Just pick first one, color picker, and go to this one from page. You can see on the top the color is changing, right? Based on where I am selecting. The colors of each text and the backgrounds you can get from here. If I select this color will be, we can take that color. I'll email this, and For these icons, just refer icon finder. There you can find lot of free icons. There will be paid premium accounts also, but one second. Yeah. Here you can search any image. You can take any image, you can download directly here. And I want to show another thing is, just when we are creating some web page or something, we need to create like some directory structure, something. Demo is our site name, just assume. Inside that directly, no, demo is already contained. Okay. Something one. Inside that, first create directly three folders. Three folders. One is for CSS, and second is for images, and third one is for JS. And the home page name should be index.html. Always. Any website, if you have only one page, you should add. Index.html as first page, because in servers, when we deploy on the server by default it will recognize index.html as a first file in the web page. If we have thousands of websites also, there first that will recognize for index.html only. If you want, we can change that name in the configurations, but this is general practice and all the servers will support this scenario, right? For that, we should create these three folders with index.html that should have the home page or the first launching page in our website. Clear? For this, generally just now I created one div, right? Div 1. Just I am taking that example here. I'll replace this as index. Inside this, I have provided one CSS file, right? Taking out that CSS from here and placing inside the CSS folder. Now the path is changed, right? For that, just specify the folder name / the file name. Then you can see, yeah, style sheet is attached, right? Now, image mesh, right? For that, just take user, place inside the images, come out, index.html, there is a header here, images / user.png, right? Clear, right? We should follow this architecture or directory structure when we are creating anything. This is general practice to create the folders. If we in future, means in next class we are starting with JavaScript, right? That we should specify JS files inside this JS and refers from that folder only directly. Clear? Any doubts?
No, sir.
I can show you. This is generally one real-time project. Here you can see it starts from index, right? Ignore the other folders. Here you can see CSS, JS, and images folder. Right? In real time also we'll use this architecture. Won't loads here because it's an Angular JS application. From local, if you want to run Angular JS, we should open with Firefox only. If we deploy on the server, then it will open in all the browsers. Yeah, this is one real-time project which I'm working on. The theme, optional theme, optional theme files. This is optional theme for that. Right, in any project you can see if you have thousands of files, here see almost I think 50 plus files are there. Just go and search for index.html and just open. It will hold all the other pages. That's the scenario. If you download some themes from Google also, free templates, free themes from Google also, you can see this index.html and the structure. CSS, images, JS. These are different. If we use third-party libraries, then we can create another folder and we can place the related files inside that. But here, for example, if you want to use some documents or PDF files are related to project, we have some technical documents and all, just create one folder. The name is documents, a documentation. There we can place all the files and we can refer from our HTML files. That is the general directory structure for normal static web pages. For AngularJS also we'll use same structure but some different things. These are basic things. The CSS should be under CSS folder, images should be inside images folder, JS should be inside JS folder. That's it. Clear? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay then. I'll share today's and yesterday's video